So we got this old Vizio. This is a VX37L. Got it from my friend's parents. It was turning off randomly, and ended up being a bad capacitor of the power supply. No point in making a video about that. That's If you know how to take them apart, that should be something you should be able to do. Um, so I found an interesting problem with this set. This is a VX37L. I have the VW37L version of the same set that's black instead of the silver trim. And of course mine is 2 years newer to this. This is a '06 model. But it has an interesting issue. Now, they never used the tuner in it, I don't think. But I got to noticing when you're on the tuner, it's set to air. I have it hooked up to my antenna. When you go to auto search for channels, it'll scan the analog, but it will never ever attempt to scan for digital channels. And I have no idea why. I don't know if maybe the tuner has gone bad in it. It's got a, I think when I had the back off and I was looking at everything, I think it has a Samsung tuner on the board. And maybe I'll pull the board out and see if there's any broke solder connections on the tuner and try and resolder it. I may have to go so far as to track down a replacement tuner for it. Now, this TV's got a shit ton of hours on it. If you look at the corners, you see where it's dark in the corners. That's where the cold cathodes are starting to turn black on the edges. But for whatever reason, it will not. It was also smoker's TV, but for whatever reason, it will not. It will not scan for HD channels. The inputs work. There's HDMI 1, HDMI 2. Well, that really pisses the camera off, don't it? So, yeah, if anybody knows how to, or anybody has experienced this problem or knows how to resolve it, let me know in the comments section below. If not, I'll have to keep hunting around. I've done some Google searches and I've seen where people complain about it, but I haven't seen any fixes for it. So unless it's broke solder joints on the tuner, then my only other conclusion is that the tuner itself is bad. If the main board was bad, I would expect the set to not work, period. And it does work. So, alright, so I have my external digital ATSC tuner connected. If anybody ever wants one of these, you can get them at Walmart. I bought it for the Sony over here, the HD tube. It is it's an ATSC digital tuner. It'll play back and record over the air and whatever MKVs, whatever you want, pirate wise. It can play back through its USB port, and it outputs via HDMI or composite, but not component. So it's an interesting little box, and if you do get one that'll have this plastic crap over the top, make sure you take it off, even though it will void the warranty, because it can't breathe if you don't. So this TV didn't have an ATSC tuner in it because it's about a year or two old for it. So to get over the air TV on it, I bought this box that will output HD, basically 1080i, to this set. So I got it hooked up to this Vizio. And it has to boot up. It takes it a minute. Probably runs some version of Linux or something. And there you go. So it has a pretty decent picture for as old as it is. I mean, it's been running pretty much all the time from what I've heard. So this is HDMI using my tuner box. So the set works, I just don't know why the digital tuner doesn't work. And our awesome digital connection, no signal. The wind's blowing bad down here today, and when the wind blows, for some reason, digital TV doesn't want to work right. None of those channels will come in. So it's a nifty little box. It has a program guide built in, shows you what's coming on. And like I say, you can record directly off of it. It records stunning transport files, transport stream files. Was it M2TS, I believe? That it will dump out to USB hard drive, USB stick, or whatever. So you get basically perfect over-the-air recordings of HD. So anyway, if anybody knows anything about the digital tuner in this old set, or anything about it that would help me get it back to work, short of taking it back apart and resoldering it, let me know.